Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of Feed the Beast Skies. In between episodes, I moved our sort of passive resource generation. It used to be kind of in the middle here. I've moved it over here. And I've also built a sort of room around our resource generation here. I'll show you inside. I did have one bit of a mishap with the lava here, almost destroying everything I'd built, but you know, dealt with it. It's fine. Yeah, you can see it's pretty straightforward. I moved the water wheels, pretty much made walls all around this thing. Make it into more of a closed system. And we'll probably do something similar with this at some point, I guess. Now, the main thing I want to look at in this episode is power. I'd like to get some power going so that we can get some better storage in the way of refined storage or applied energistics. The other thing I want to look at is a mob farm. And I think we might be able to cover both these bases with the same thing, using a mod that I've never really used in the past, so it'll be cool to kind of give something new a go. So the mod's called Reaper, and we can make this Reaper generator with some soul slate, compressed soul powder. There's a few kind of different things here. I've had a little look into it, and I think we'll be able to make most of this stuff. It all kind of revolves around this soul powder, which we can get by throwing glowstone into Soulfire. We've got a heap of soul sand though, so that won't be an issue. And from what I can tell, this Reaper generator generates power based on damaging enemies. There's a few sort of upgrades you can get for it, but you know, get to those when we get to them. Before we get into that, I'll just clear out some of our quests. We made clay, gives us more clay and some salt. Not bad. We've almost finished everything in the getting started quest. I think it's just this dirt. Yeah, mycelium spores, which I'm sure we'll get around to at some point. Mastering the occult. Oh yeah, this was the Demon's Dream fruit that we used to make the spirit fire. And of course the spirit fire we used to make soul sand in the first place. So it looks like to get started in this mod, we're going to need a bunch of this soul powder. Soul powder can just be made with some soul sand, light it on fire, and if we throw on some glowstone, it'll slowly convert it all to soul powder. And just like that, we've got an absolute pile of it. This can be turned into soul powder blocks, which can be turned into compressed soul powder blocks. And I think to make this Reaper generator, we need 4 of these soul powder blocks, the compressed ones. So that's that, which is great. I can uncompress the rest. Now, the other thing we need in this recipe is soul slate. Now, this is a bit of an interesting one because we pretty much need to do the same thing we did with the glowstone, throwing it into the Soulfire, but we need to do it with deep slate. And so far, I don't think we have any deep slate at all. We've got a bunch of other random rocks and stuff here, but no deep slate. Luckily, we get deep slate as a quest reward from the Divine Design quest, which needs a chisel, which we've already made, and a carpenter's table. Now this looks like it's just some logs, planks, a wooden axe, some pretty basic stuff. And there we go. There's the carpenter's table. I don't really know where to put this at the moment. Don't know if we're going to use it straight away. I'll put it over here. Kind of cool. Done through different types of logs and stuff. But more importantly, we have a look at our quests. White concrete, deep slate, and stone bricks. I believe we can use the old material generator to get more. Now that we have the first one to be able to make it. Pedestal, material generator, and now we've got infinite deep slate. A drawer here, a couple item pipes, and there we go. Already got heaps of it. So I'll throw the rest of this into the Soulfire, and that should all become Soul Slate. We do also need a Soul Steel block, which looks like it's made in a pretty similar way. We just need a block of iron, Soulfire as usual, and we need our 4 compressed soul powder blocks. And it looks like the soul sand underneath might also need to be compressed, which is fine. We've got a decent amount of it all. There's the compressed soul sand, compressed soul powder, light it on fire, and there's the blocks of iron. Oh, wow. Actually, only does 1. That was unexpected, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. The 1 is actually all we needed. I'll make some more soul powder blocks. Make sure we get enough of these compressed ones. And I think we have everything we need to make this Reaper generator. Let's give it a try. Soul stand in the middle. Compressed soul powder around. Soul slate. Corners. Light it on fire. And I'll throw in the soul steel block. Didn't throw far enough in there. Look at that. We have the Reaper generator. Look at this thing. Quite cool. So from the looks of it, generates 50 power per heart of damage it does. And it has a range of 5 by default. It hits every 120, I don't know if it's ticks or seconds, and does 5 damage on hit. It's kind of cool. The one thing we do need to make this run is we need Soul Catalyst. And this is just made from soul powder, so we have quite a bit of it here. Just gets smelted up. And so when this has some soul catalyst, it does its thing. And I'm guessing every mob within the area gets damaged. Looks like it doesn't damage us. I think there's an upgrade that will let us do that, but that's a whole thing whether we want to do that or not. Looking at the quests, we got a spark. Kind of random. In the powering up quest chapter here, we've got the Reaper generator, which we just made, and it looks like this tells us what all the runes do. So we can increase the range, hurting players, insta kill, just seems pretty good. Increases efficiency, decrease the cooldown, or give player kill drops instead of power. We probably want power, so we don't want that one. Insta kill would be the ideal, I think. I see that we get a choice reward. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like the best rune. The which one was it? The Abitus rune is in the choice reward, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we'll just get this Velocitus rune. Makes it go a bit faster. Yeah, so it doubles the speed at which this thing triggers from the looks of it. And we can put 4 runes in there, maybe? I'm guessing. That's cool. We got those 2. The other rune I want to make is this one. Just makes it more efficient. And I mean, Soul Slate and Soul Steel is all stuff that we've made before. So yeah, there we go. 3 Soul Slate, Soul Steel Ingot, and a block of redstone for that other upgrade. Make sure I got a bit more of the soul powder smelting. That's what really powers the whole thing. So the next thing, of course, that we need for this whole setup is some mobs. So I've made a little room here. You can see we can go up the elevator, kind of a floating platform at the moment. And I've put our Reaper generator in the middle. And if I put a Soul Catalyst in there, you'll see that the range, pretty much this whole area that has stone bricks. So my plan is to get this whole area that's currently stone bricks and the dirt in the middle there made out of dreadful dirt. So that's the dirt that will spawn hostile mobs. And I imagine it should do it relatively quickly. So we'll see how that goes. In order to get the dreadful dirt, there's a few things I need to do. I need to make a rotten egg, which means I do need to get a chicken. I need to feed it this chicken feed cursed, which we should have everything here except the XP bucket, but we should be able to manage that. And then if I feed this cursed chicken feed to a chicken, it will pop and give me a rotten egg, and then I can use that on dirt here to create the dreadful dirt. So yeah, there's a bit to do. I'd like to wall this around with tinted glass. So that's the glass that you can see through but doesn't allow light through. So that's what I'm currently doing. Thought I'd set up another material generator pedestal. Made the material generator upgrade. Got a drawer. And I'll throw the pipe on. And then underneath here, I want to put sandstone, because that'll generate sand for us. Get the old hammer out, crush some gravel, make a sandstone. It specifically needs to be chiseled into chiseled sandstone, which went under here, should generate us sand. There we go. So the main reason for this was the glass, of course, to make tinted glass. So I can make a bunch of it now. So now that we've got the room set up, I'm just keeping it lit up with a torch there so nothing spawns in the meantime. We need to get this rotten egg going. Ideally, if this does a 5x5 area, I might need a few of them. Because this is quite a big area, but we'll see how we go. Maybe I'll just do one to start with and then we can upgrade it if needed. Because potentially 1, 2, 3, 4 would be most of the area. But even these corners would be missed out. So yeah, we will need a bit, but that's right. I'm not sure if it spreads naturally, the dreadful dirt, but we'll find out. It's good. So in order to make this cursed chicken feed, there's a few things we need. Most of it mob drops, so bone, spider eye, rotten flesh, and gunpowder. We've got 2 spider eyes, so that's probably where the bottleneck is going to be. Should have plenty of everything else. So then the last thing we need is some fluid XP. And we have quite a few levels on us, 33. So it shouldn't be too bad if we can just somehow convert that into fluid XP. I imagine we'll have enough. So we can make this drain, XP drain. It should all be pretty straightforward. I think I've got everything here. We need to make a singularity tank. And then add a hopper to Eyes of Ender and iron bars for the XP drain. And then I believe this is just as straightforward as standing on it, and it should drain our XP a bit. Yeah, there we go. And that's already 1 bucket, and we've only gone down a level. So I'm sure we will have enough for this. And there we go, 8 buckets in here. I'll grab the first 4. Throw them in here, and there's some chicken feed. And grab the other 4, and there's some more. So we need to feed this to chickens, which is the thing. And I think we have golden egg. There's a golden egg in here, which creates delightful dirt. So that's the opposite of the dreadful dirt that we're trying to make, where it will spawn peaceful mobs. So I've made a little area here and turned the dirt into delightful dirt, and mobs are now spawning. So we're needing a chicken to feed this chicken feed to. And there we go, there's a chicken. Give it the feed. And here's another. There we go. We've got our 2 rotten eggs. So once I turn this floor into dirt, and put some lamps in the ceiling so that I can turn this thing off and on, we can create some dreadful dirt. There's a bunch of it. Might want to throw a bit of soul catalyst and our upgrades into there. Close it up, turn the lights off, and hopefully once mobs start spawning, this thing should start killing them. Turn the lights back on, see how it's gone. Wow. Looks like that slime isn't getting hurt. Alright, there we go. And there we go. That worked pretty well. We've got a bunch of mob drops. Need to figure out a way to suck all those up. And we got 21k energy in this thing. The Endermen are something we're going to have to deal with because, of course, they will teleport away. We'll probably make one of these Ender inhibitors to stop them from teleporting. Wait. That guy stole my stairs. What is this? I've never seen a Ender tot before. Oh, I see. I was wondering where the stairs went, and I thought Enderman couldn't take them, but I guess an Ender tot can? Weird. I mean, I'll take the pearl. So I've made an absorption hopper. This should be able to suck up items. And if I place it under here, show area, we can see the range at which it picks up stuff. Looks like we might need to increase the range a little bit. Looks like in the quest book, the quest for the absorption hopper actually gives us a radius upgrade. I wonder if we put that in there. Up one more. Oh, close. Looks like we might need one more radius upgrade to reach the whole area. There's another radius upgrade into the absorption hopper. There we go. Looks like it reaches the whole area inside there. So this should pick up any items that drop in that area, so all the mob drops. And of course we can pipe the energy out of the Reaper generator in the middle here. And there's an Ender inhibitor as well, just to sort that out. So if I put this just above, yeah, and turn it on, I think that should cover this whole area, so Enderman shouldn't be able to teleport away. Now I'm going to turn this back on. See how it goes. Give the Reaper generator some soul catalysts. And look at that. The Endermen aren't teleporting away. Everything's getting damaged. I wonder how witches doing this thing. Whether they're just gonna heal themselves up enough just to stay. I guess we'll find out. Having a look under here, this thing is filling up with energy, and we're getting mob drops. Not a huge amount, but a decent amount. And of course, anything that's passive like this will generate heaps over time. For now, I think I'll just get all the items put into this diamond chest so that we can see what we get. And I'll throw some more soul catalysts into this thing. It's a bit noisy, but maybe we can get some soundproofing blocks in here or something. I really do wonder if we're just going to end up with witches in this thing because they just heal themselves. For the moment, I think I'm just going to make a real basic cyclic battery. Seems to store a bunch of energy, and I'll make some energy pipes to transfer it. And we'll leave it at that. See how long these soul catalysts last and how much stuff and energy we get from it. I'll definitely, clean this up at some point and make it look a bit nicer. For now, I think we'll just check our quests. Animal farm, because we looked at all the animals. What else? Oh, I made some crafting stations, just the crafting tables that hold their contents. Mob farming. Oh yeah, hostile mob farm. We get some eggs, some XP. And I think that's it. Next episode, we'll probably do something with this power. I'm thinking maybe set up some form of storage. We need to kind of see how much power we get and whether it's sustainable. The other things I need to do are set up storage for all the items and maybe automate powering the generator with the soul catalyst. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, especially if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next episode. This Reaper mod's a really cool one. It's been in a few mod packs I've played, but just never used it. I might even do a little mod spotlight on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you want to see that, you should probably subscribe. Probably hit the notification button too, just so you don't miss it. Just for you.